Hello, I'm EnterElysium and welcome to Frostpunk The Last Autumn. The Last Autumn is the latest DLC for Frostpunk, which is set before all the other scenarios. We're actually setting up the generator, as opposed to building ourselves around the generator. We actually need to build the generator so that we can come along and then live up here in the cold. And actually starts off completely differently, like the temperature's actually positive, there isn't snow everywhere. It's really, really weird. So, we're going to start with that one, and we're going to go Last Autumn. And I will not make it any harder than the default, because this is actually a really hard scenario to begin with. So let's give it a go.
Personal Journal of Euphemia McLaughlin, Assistant Engineer at Imperial Exploration Company. It's been 5 weeks since we have left the familiar walls of Birmingham behind. Weeks of uncertainty, of struggle, of hope. And finally, we have reached the shores. We had 3 deaths so far. Or, small price for progress, as IEC'd called it. I can only hope I am going to avoid their fate. They've claimed there was nothing to fear, that this whole journey of ours was just a precaution. But now, it feels like the weather is changing. And the winter seems inevitable.
So yeah, apparently climate change is a thing. Who knew? We crossed the rough North Seas to reach Site 113, where we had to build the greatest marvel of technology, a generator. Your crew, lured by the promise of a steady job and eager to leave the work rights and bread queues behind, are somewhat taken aback at the sight of the desert landscape surrounding the site. They were told not to ask details, and there's no turning back now. There's no consensus why this contract is such a high priority, considering the deteriorating situation of the Empire, but your superiors are clear. This is the most important job of your life. For Queen and country. Okay. Look! There's only a little bit of snow! It's so strange. Actually playing Frostpunk and going into this level and being like, what? Why is there so little snow? It feels really weird. And then you look up here and it says positive plus 10 degrees. We'll need to build docks and harbours and loads of stuff that just doesn't exist in the base game. Like, there's a sea! Look! It's a sea! We can build stuff. It's so amazing. Anyway. Yeah, positive 10 degrees. Really weird. We are going to build a workshop. Like, the workshop is pretty much what I build every time as with the first building. You need it. It's great. It does stuff. We're going to put it over... over here. And I put it in the wrong place. There we go. Good job, me. Let's try and not carry on like that. Right, 1, 2. I've got a pile of stuff there. So actually start with a whole load of, like, resources dumped around here in this area where the core's going to go. Just goes all the way down. That's where the generator tower's going to go. To begin with, I think we're just going to build that and then run out of wood. Okay. All right, let's put people to work just grabbing stuff off of these piles. We'll want to grab all the wood to begin with. There are steam cores there. Neat. We'll grab that. And grab that. And I'll actually get people to work on this coal pile over here. So I think we've got... oh, there's a second coal pile as well. Neat. Okay. We've got 2 huge coal piles. We have the resources in here, and we've got a steam core transport with like 3 steam cores. So not very much. But we'll get to work on those. Oh, I turned the... there we go. I turned the volume down on my headset because the home screen is really, really loud. I was like, wait, why is everything so quiet? I might alter that in the video so you might not have to deal with a really loud menu. Our employer, the Imperial Exploration Company, has prepared the site for us. Besides digging the enormous shaft for the underground part of the generator, they left behind some construction materials to get us started. We should set up camp. I've been doing that, don't worry. Look at that. I really do like this shaft. It's really cool. That sounded different in my head. We're going to need more road. So close. Right, try now. There we go. And then get engineers to work at these. Oh, nope. There we go. And we want to do... Notice that we've got this top tier now, which we didn't have before. Like, we've got docks we can research, and faster gathering, and sawmill, and forager quarters, and profile manufacturer. The docks is a really good way to get resources in, but we've still got the resources lying around. I think we're going to go for the forager quarters. That will cost us 10 wood, which we don't have. There we go. Foragers go out and they do your foraging things, you know, like your normal teams would do in the main Frostpunk game. A bit more emphasis on food, but there are no buildings available to research this technology. What? Oh, just you haven't built the road yet. Okay. Forager quarters. There we go. And we're going to need to build, you know, obviously a lot of houses. That's the thing. So we'll get people to work on some tents. 1, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. We'll start here. And we're out of wood. There we go. And how much does the forager quarters cost? It costs 35 wood. Yeah, we know that. We're going to need another 70 wood plus 35. We need 105 wood to build the forager's quarters and enough housing. Although foragers don't take housing because they're away. So I guess we need one less. So, you know, 95 wood then. Idle hands. As the first workday ends, people start gathering in small groups to chat or play cards. A group of workers are throwing rocks down the huge central shaft.
Deep, ain't it? And I think we have to work down there.
Out of boredom or maybe to exercise their fears, more workers join in. Soon rocks start raining down the hole. This might be dangerous, but the camp offers very little other entertainment. We're going to stop them. It doesn't seem like a good idea to chuck rocks down the hole that we need to eventually go down. It seems very unsafe. There is no downside to let them be for now, but I'm guessing there is a downside later? I'm going to stop them anyway. It seems a very bad idea to chuck rocks down the hole. Like, we need that hole not to be full of rocks. We'll also get you to work on the docks. Right. Note that we have no food rations either. We'll probably need to build ourselves a cookhouse, which is 20 wood. And people are falling ill. People got cold. I'll provide shelter for everyone in 2 days. You know what? Yeah, sure. So we've got discontent and motivation. Normally we just do the discontent and then we have the whatever bar it is. I can't remember what it is, morale or something. We've got motivation instead. And they've got these 2 bars here. So if we're at 70% plus, people work harder. If we're at 30% and less, they work less hard. So it's a good idea to like keep your motivation nice and high. Okay, we need to do the cookhouse. Whatever else we got to do, we need the cookhouse. we researched ourselves a dock. We're going to get faster gathering so people can gather stuff faster. Just kind of makes sense. And I do want to build a dock. But we've got other stuff that we need to do as well. For now, we don't need to build the, go outside thing. We'll build a dock. So we've got like 4 locations where you can build a dock. We're going to build ours here since it's closest. And we need to get some work. You know what? The engineers, they don't have a job. Sure. Look at the cookhouse. Okay, you've had enough work for today. Good for you. Let's get you a couple more houses. I only say a couple because we're going to need to be able to do this. And then we need to get people to work here. Basic dock. So at the dock, you can basically choose what to import. Here it's saying, hey, you can import coal or wood or steel. We're going to go wood because we need that at the beginning of the game, like desperately. I also need them people to work there. So we don't really need the coal right yet. So I'm going to take people off coal and chuck them over here on the dock. We also should build a medical post at some point since we've got people who are ill. How much does the medical post cost? 25 wood. Ugh. And I made promises about housing. Also, we could do a law. I haven't done a law. Why are we not doing a law? Laws, completely different. Like, we actually have 2 sets of laws, one of which isn't unlocked yet. Off to the side, which is like safety precautions and stuff. Here we've got our basic, hey, what do you want to do in terms of, making people's lives better? You'll recognize some of it, like we've got radical treatments to sustain life, public house. But we've also got stuff like on-site burials versus repatriation of bodies. And bathhouse. Since the bathhouse is new, we're going to do this. Bathhouse. People living in the workhouse are likely to fall ill. Motivation will rise slightly. You'll have to build a bathhouse. So people are going to likely to fall ill. Building a bathhouse is expensive. Maybe we shouldn't do that right now. Yeah, maybe not right now. Also, the bathhouse costs coal to keep going, 3 coal per hour. Yeah, we'll hold off on that for now. We go Hearty Meals, public health. Hearty Meals, I think, is 3 raw food for 3 rations, as opposed to 2 raw food for 4 rations, which is a terrible ratio. That's like 1 for 1 as opposed to 1 for 2, so... Repatriation of bodies. People who die get sent home in coffins. We have to build a morgue. Cost 10 wood. Or we build a cemetery. I think repatriation is probably better. It costs a bit of wood every time someone dies, but ideally no one should die. Or I could do chapel. How much are you? A little cheaper. I'm gonna go repatriation of bodies, since the morgue is super cheap. People like the law. Reality check. As the camp wakes under the dark rain cloud, the mood among our people turns gloomy. Nobody warned us we'll be sent here to the end of nowhere, they grumble. There's nothing for us to do here but work. And they're going to stay a while in this remote, cold, miserable place. If you don't keep the motivation up, the efficiency will suffer. Motivation will fall each morning. Okay. Let's see what we can do. Oh, we just signed a law. Okay. Sure. So, hey, you need to keep motivation up. We got that. We should also figure putting in a path over to this dock, because you don't need a path to the dock, and the paths actually don't connect with the dock, but people move faster on path, I think. What's this? Telegraph Station. We should build a telegraph station to bring in more steam cores from England. We need a telegraph station. Okay. Yeah, that's quite expensive as well, especially when we've got to provide shelter by the end of the day. We're going to focus on providing shelter. Like I said, I would. Wood, because we need wood. Get it? Faster gathering. I don't actually know if I want to spend the 10 wood to do the next law, because it's not next law, the next tech, because I said I'd do this. Right, we've got imported wood starting to appear here. This is the wood pile. Like, they're getting the wood in, they're putting in this pile. We need to actually get people to go collect from that pile. Actually, I'm going to just take everyone from there. Chuck them on this wood. Oh yeah, we've got plenty. I don't actually want to do a sawmill. We can just keep importing. Profile manufacturer. This is a thing we need for the generator. So starting that is probably a good idea. And let's focus on tents. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then 5. I know I'm going around rather than blocking them up, so they've got this weird like arc. We should like put them all together so they can be an area effect. But my idea is that we'll put the first row is just going to be like all tents. The second row we can put our buff buildings like bathhouse, pub, etc., chapel, and then we can dot these around as needed. Oh, and our food is almost completely converted. There we go, completely converted. Right, what else would we like? The forager quarters. Medical post. I think medical post, that way people can get back to work. And it also takes engineers who were working here. Right, we've got profile manufacturer right before we finish for the day. Actually don't want to do sawmill. We're going to just try and import all the wood. And there we go. Provided shelter for everyone. Right. Book of Laws. Yeah, we will do the chapel now. We have to build a chapel, but whatever. Oh, and there's the profile manufacturer. That allows you to build like the basic structural beams and stuff. Chapel. Yes, we'll put you there. Ah, it's 2 wood. Okay, we can't connect to the street yet. Very well. Motivation rises, even though it's not connected. I guess you don't need anyone to work there, so maybe strictly it doesn't need to be connected. Okay, we need a telegraph station and a fishing harbor. Alright, what's that? Hello. Septic. You ever heard 2 workers arguing about the reality of the global cooling? Oh, skeptic. That's somewhat different,
You really believe this end of the world rubbish? Me, I'm just here for the money. When we're done with this mad scheme, I'll move my family out of St. Giles.
Well then, you're a fool because you'll all die when the frost comes. He turns to you. Ain't it the truth, sir? Mind your work, lads. Discontent falls. So the sight sees. Motivation rises. Only fools doubt it. Motivation and discontent rise. You know what? Only the fools doubt it. Our discontent is like 0, so why not? Look at that little boat. Whoa. That's pretty cool. How are we doing? We do need to build a morgue. Amusingly, morgue is under people. That actually fits there quite nicely. Done. And then we'll also put in a path, so people can get to the work a little bit easier. And then we'll also want to get ourselves a telegraph station and then a foraging station. We actually probably will get both of those today. At least I hope we will. Oh, steel and wood pile depleted. There we go. Well, that's 15 people who are no longer working on that. We'll put them on Steam course for now. We could make another basic dock, but I want to get the foraging quarters down. Yep, morgue done. Motivation's going up nicely. We can introduce a new law. Company funeral. Sending bodies to London will increase motivation more. Preparing bodies for the transport will cost steel. So, people dying is less of an impact, or will get motivation. Public house. We could do the public house. You know, I'm going to go with sending bodies home. We're not actually sending many bodies right now. And we're not using much steel, so we can, like, afford to do that. The line is open. Good work on setting up the communication camp. Now that we have a line of communication, we can use to request resources. We'll provide what we can, but be aware your camp is not the only project we supply. I mean, we are generator 113, so I assume there's others. There are 2 other construction sites in your area. There we go. Together, these 3 generators will secure shelter for the inhabitants of Liverpool. Should the worst happen. Their fate is in your hands. Do not let them down. Okay. We can now request resources via the telegraph station. Here we go. So we have a logistical limit. That's how many things you can get in any one ship. And you can request workers, engineers, and steam cores. Steam cores take 20 logistics, engineers 4, workers 2. Right now, I think we just need people. So I'm just going to ask for like 20 people. And that'll take a day to get to us.
Shift's over. Stow your tools.
Right, and foragers. We can set foragers. We need 20 wood for that. We don't have 20 wood. Okay. We'll get foragers soon, don't worry. Set up a foragers camp. I know, game, I know. Alright, rise and shine. And back to work.
Sun's up. Get to work, people.
Okay. Create a new forager team. And we will go to the reindeer tracks. That's the only thing we can do, right? Yeah. Look at this. It's so much green. I mean, obviously there's snow here, but so much green. Indignant engineer. An engineer complains to you. Sir, it seems I mistakenly lodged in a tent full of workers. Now you see, I don't have anything against workers, but they're quite loud and, well, they sort of smell. Could you make sure I get moved into an engineer's tent? I'll take the discontent. Certainly. There we go. I don't want to, you know, drop our motivation. Discontent's really low anyway. For now. It'll probably get worse. Storage limit reached. Oh, okay. I'm going to stop people importing then, for now, because, you know, we need to drain this. What we'll probably do is build a second dock, because that seems to be our limit. Now, I know this is just a pile, and you can set up a gathering depot to pull from the pile, but later on you can get a steam core thing, which allows you to like process much, much quicker. So we're going to focus on that. Okay, we just got people. We got steam cores depleted, steel pile depleted. We don't have enough places to house everyone. This is great. This is fine. Let's see, can we get... No, that's going to cost 3 wood. There we go. We can at least get 10 more of them housed. A partially eaten reindeer carcass lies in a circle of trampled, blood-stained earth. The tracks lead further. Hunting ground or nesting place? We're going to go hunting ground, because, you know, hunting, that seems like what we want, right? We are definitely running out of food. So this is not the foragers' camp. That's just the quarters, right? They're actually going to set up a camp themselves at, like, some point. I'm just going to get people to work since, you know, there's people here who are doing nothing. I've got rid of all the resources in there. And we will pick wood. Book of Laws, and I think what we'll do is we probably want to grab Bathhouse, or... No, we'll get Public House, why not?
Hear me. New rules in effect.
Oh, motivation fell a little bit there.
Come on, get moving. Time to work.
Numerous animal tracks cover the gentle banks of the stream. They form a convenient watering place. We could set up camp here for some time to hunt animals coming for water. We will get 80 food every day for 400 raw food over the next 5 days. Oh, yeah, okay. We don't have the 1-for-1 recipe. We've got the 2-for-1 recipe, so that should generate 160 raw food, 160 rations. That should do. We can't go to like a more elaborate like food thing, but we've set up a camp. And that gets us our mission done. We've just got to set up a public house now. And also get a lot more wood. I want to do technology. I need to unlock the next tier, which is 50, so... That's going to be quite costly. While we wait for that, I'm going to put the extra house in. Generator shaft construction. Now you've built the basic infrastructure. It's time to start with the construction of the generator. Build a profile manufacturer, then produce 8 structural profiles. That allows you to build the shaft structure. Okay. Will do. Now, there is a deadline on this. Day 16. So I've got 10 days to do this. So we can't really, like, dawdle. Troubled father. Sir, supply ships occasionally carry sacks of post destined for the crew. For security reasons, every inbound and outbound mail is opened and read, but we may sometimes require instructions from you regarding censorship policy. In this case, a worker received a letter from his wife informing him that one of his daughters is gravely ill. Dire news such as this may impact the morale of the crew. Don't censor, motivation will fall, or censor. You know what? I don't want to be that guy, but I'm going to censor it. Discontent will rise slightly. We can take the discontent. I feel really bad for that. I wish I'd change my option now.
Shift's over. Stow your tools.
Okay, well, we can afford to do that. We can also afford to do a public house. That's got an air effect, right? It does. No, it doesn't have an air effect. We could just chuck it in here. We could chuck it in here. I think we'll chuck it in here. Now, it does require people to work there. Since that dock is full, we'll get a public house running. There we go, motivation's going up. Oh, we need people to work at the cookhouse. I'm going to just put one person on there for now. Right, administration. Bare Knuckle Bout, House of Pleasure, Evening Service. Each use increases motivation. You know what? Let's have an evening service. That seems good. It costs 20 food rations. It can be used every 20 days. Sorry, every 2 days. Every 20 days might be a bit too much. Oh, and we still got 10 housing needs doing? No, we did that. Okay, cool. Everyone has a house. Perfect. Now, we can require more people. Our logistical limit is really high. But I don't know if that'll get us more wood. That's the issue. We really, really need to unlock the ability to get more wood. Like, obviously we could do a sawmill. Sawmills are relatively cheap. I need to unlock them. What I've been hoping for is reloading station and then upgraded dock. But these are, you know, a little bit further away. Reloading station is the one that uses the steam core to take from the pile at the dock. Upgraded dock, I think, allows you to get twice as much in. But getting to there is going to be a slog. We might just need the sawmill. You know, I'm going to start doing the sawmill. And then we'll request more people. Just going to request 20 people for now. That's enough to run 2 sawmills. We'll need 2 housing things. We'll just do the housing immediately. Done. Right. Shift's on. Alright, we are getting food in here that's been converted to rations. You did your research. Let's do drawing boards. Coal is getting dangerously high. Like, I do have a lot of people working on coal. We can make a resource depot, but they're quite expensive at 20 wood, 10 steel. We also do need to start working on the profile manufacturer stuff. Like, there is a deadline on that. So, first things first, we'll put a sawmill in. These will get demolished eventually, so doesn't really matter too much about placement. Yeah, I'm going to take people off of coal duty because we're not using it right now. It's just all getting added up. $20 people left. What do we do with the 20 people? How much to make that profile manufacturer? We need 30 wood. There we go. Profile manufacturer. Put it there. That way we can put people to work in it as well. Oh, 20 people can work there. Neat. We need 20 people. I mean, we should definitely put people in the sawmill because we need the wood. There we go. Look at the temperature. Everyone's so comfortable. It's great. Plus 10 degrees. And then you will need to build structural profiles which cost 25 wood each. Ugh. That's not good. We are 3 days ahead of schedule, apparently. Not that we've built anything. Then we've got to build foundations, heart of the generator, and then assemble the generator. And then there's optional upgrades we can do as well. Very well. Well, for now, I think this is a good place to leave this episode. Hopefully you've enjoyed it. Next time, we're going to focus on actually building the generator. We've got a good setup here. We've got food coming and going, although we definitely could do with more. We've got more people coming in. We're researching the next tier, which I think allows us to get Fishing Harbour, which is another way of getting food a little bit more reliably. We've got enough coal that we can probably run those bathhouses. Oh, hello. Shipwreck. Resources cannot be reached at the moment. Okay. 1,000 steel there. Either way, until next time, Like, subscribe, let me know what you think of the new DLC. Again, liking, subscribing, commenting down below, all really useful, especially when it's a new series with a new DLC. Lets me know how much you like it and so on. So please give me that feedback. YouTube likes it as well. But until next time, stay shiny.